Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nurnaz Mila. I'm from class 7B of English Department, Sultan Ageng Tirtayasa University. My student number is 222-31-800-85. Here, I will present my research proposal entitled Improving Students' Reading Ability Through Fanfiction at the 11th grade of SMA N1 Ciamas to fulfill my final test assignment. So, here's our discussion. For the chapter 1 is Introduction, that are first is research background. In the technological era, a lot of media are used for language learning. One of the popular media is storybook. Reading is an interactive and complex process, the process through which the dynamic interaction of the reader's background knowledge, the information inferred by the written language, and the reading situation context in constructing meaning. For the second is research question. The research question of this study are, for the first is, can the use of fan fiction improve the students' reading ability? For the second is, what are students' response toward the use of fan fiction in teaching reading ability at 11th grade of SMA N1 Ciamas? And the third is, what is the improvement of students' reading ability at the 11th grade of SMA N1 Ciamas after being taught by using fan fiction? And for the next is research objective of this study are, for the first is to prove the use of fan fiction can improve students' reading ability. For the second is to identify the students' response toward the use of fan fiction in teaching reading skills at 11th grade of SMA N1 Ciamas. And the third is to identify the improvement of students' reading ability at the 11th grade of SMA N1 Ciamas after being taught by using fan fiction. And for the next is research significance. The theoretical significance of this research is expected to be able to contribute to the development of students' reading ability through fan fiction, especially in the school learning environment. And for the next is chapter 2. That is literature review. There are 2 points here. For the first one is reading. So reading is one of the most important skills. Reading is the ability to draw meaning from the printed page and interpret the information appropriately. So it means that reading is complex. It is unlike speech that can be gotten naturally, but reading has to be learned because for many people, reading is something that they do rarely. For the next is fan fiction. So there has been a study on how to read fan fiction in English helps their language learning through this medium and how they feel it has affected their language learning. For the next is chapter 3, that is methodology. For the first is research design. The study will use classroom action research at the 11th grade of SMA N1 Ciamas. Classroom action research is a kind of research that has purpose to solve the problem that faced in teaching learning process and to improve teaching process itself. So for the next is research site and participants. So SMA N1 Ciamas located in Jalan Raya Pasar Ciamas in Serang, Banten. This classroom action research will be conducted on 11th grade students of SMA N1 Ciamas. Researchers will use class 11A as research subject. And the next is data collection technique. There are 2 points. First is observation. Researchers will make direct observation of the teaching and learning process of English in 11th grade of SMA N1 Ciamas before and during the action. For the next is the task, and this method will be applied by the researchers to measure the students' achievement in their reading improvement after being taught by using fan fiction. And for the next is data analysis technique. The available data will be analyzed by using the equivalent method. So this method has a determining tool outside regardless and does not become part of the language concerned. Okay, maybe that's all from me. Thank you very much. If I do some mistake, I beg your pardon. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.